here now with Hani Rashid, who together with Lisa and Couture Asymptote 2 years ago designed the installation of the Biennale and was really very involved in the Biennale. How does it seem different to you this year, also from the viewpoint of somebody who worked backstage?
It's intriguingly different. First of all, I think that the last Biennale was so much about possibilities and ideas and manifestations, and this one's about provocations and what we do with the provocations. So it's interesting that the Biennale sets up a kind of polemic about filling the mind with sort of the dangers, the precariousness, the possibilities, the exuberance. My only sort of criticism is I'm looking as an architect for the possibilities that come out of all of that. So I sometimes waver there between being in a kind of fantastic encyclopedic sort of atmosphere, and then at other times I get sort of depressed at the sheer density of stuff that we have to navigate through to come up with fantastic possibilities. We have to think about the future of architects. We're doomed to that sort of trajectory.
It's quite real, and also the scale that's missing from this Biennale is the scale of the buildings, the 1 to 500, the 1 to 100, and it creates a very difficult and a very different task for the exhibition designer, which is never only a designer, it's really more of a narrator. So, interestingly enough, this seemed to be an exhibition more about visualization and diagrams rather than about the buildings themselves. How was it instead when 2 years ago Asymptote had to deal with the diversity of the models?
Yeah, I mean it was a kind of fascinating experience for us because that was the sheer joy of doing it. Was that there was such a diversity in ideas and thinking and in paths and in possibilities that we wanted to find a way that people would literally swim through this kind of sea of possibility. This one reminds me a little bit of sometimes a critique I launched at my students, which is, when I see, after seeing so many spreadsheets, analysis, charts, books, and what I call the kind of Poolhausian sort of, epidemic of statistical data, one gets hungry for some of the outcome. And I think the difference is here the installation is more predicated on numerical statistical data, which is interesting in and of itself, but then it lacks the kind of sensual and sort of evocative and evocative possibilities of yearning for something and coming out with a kind of sense of inspiration. I think that's the key. One wants to be inspired. One wants to be filled with data and information. One wants to walk away with a kind of inspiration and a feeling of optimism and pushing forward. That's where there's a little bit of a precariousness in the design of the show, which I wouldn't say is design necessarily in this case, but rather laid out for us.
Thank you very much, Hani Rashid.